After 5 months, it is race week at last in WorldSBK, with round 1 set to erupt into action next Friday. Our final stop before that is a 2-day test at Motorland Aragon, the same venue as the season opener. On Monday, it was a 6-time world champion lead in the combined timesheets after 3 45-minute sessions, track temperatures differing massively from one session to the next. Jonathan Rea moved up to P1 in the final seconds of the day, setting a best lap time of 1 minute 49.394 seconds. The 6-time world champion kept his powder mostly dry during the jolly morning session, leaving FP2 and 3 to work on fine-tuning his Kawasaki for the round ahead. Motorland Aragon has been far from a popular track for Toprak Razgatlioglu or his Yamaha team in recent years, but the 149.4 that the Turkish rider set in free practice 2, 0.2 seconds below the race lap record, would seem to indicate that weakness has been overcome. He finished second overall for the day, 16 thousandths of a second behind Rea. Following the pair as usual this pre-season was Alvaro Bautista, increasingly confident on his return to the Aruba Ducati squad. The Spaniard, like Rea, worked with the upcoming Pirelli Aragon round in mind, with the team hoping for a repeat of his 2019 heroics on home soil. The crash at turn 6 with 30 minutes to go was the one negative note of the day. Garrett Gerloff ended the day best of the rest on the timesheet and top independent. The American rider, now in his 3rd season in WorldSBK, rode the 2022 R1 for the first time, with engine and exhaust updates coming his way for the first time in Aragon. Teammate Kotanazani impressed with a late time attack, ended the day 8th overall for GRT. Meanwhile, Alex Lowe's ensured that 2 Kawasaki's would finish the day inside the top 5 on Monday after working on suspensions and chassis throughout the afternoon. The number 22 opted not to take part in FP1, one of 11 riders who did not set a time. Rounding out the top 6 was Andrea Locatelli, barely 100th of a second behind Lowe's fastest time. The Italian rider's confidence sky high compared to last year's Aragon round, his first as a Superbike rider. Motorland featured the present-day Team HRC's first podium in WorldSBK back in 2020. And on Monday, both riders put in the miles in the afternoon, with Ika Lecuona rising to a highest position of 5th on the timesheets before suffering a fall at turn 7. Teammate Xavi Vierka was more conservative after suffering rib injuries a week ago in Barcelona. He finished 16th overall, hoping to improve as the pain subsides. With 4 BMWs on track on Monday, it was a returning Loris Baz who claimed top honours amongst them, setting the 7th time of the day, with teammate Eugene Labadie also finding his way into the top 10, ensuring both Bonovo Action riders finished ahead of their factory counterparts. Scott Redding continued his ongoing adaptation to the inline-4 engine of the BMW M1000RR, ended the day 13th after 3 busy sessions, with Ilya Mikhalchik now confirmed as Michael van der Mark's replacement for the Aragon round, gaining experience on a Superbike spec bike. And outside of the factory teams, today was also a day of returns in the SBK paddock, with a full grid present for the first time. Axel Bassani, one of very few riders missing last week in Catalonia, returned to the track in 18th position overall, with some room for improvement left for a rider who impressed in 2021. Tati Mercado also returned to the track for the first time since Indonesia, after technical gremlins left him off the bike a week prior, with Roberto Tamburini making his full debut in WorldSBK alongside the Moto-X Racing Yamaha team. More action in store for tomorrow. Keep an eye out on worldsbk.com for all the updates coming out from Aragon.